Next question is coming from Josh in Florida. What creative financing strategies can you share for an office building conversion? Building has been sitting for 24 months.
If the building has been sitting for 24 months, I would try to negotiate an option with the right to rehab, with no lease payment. So it will be like the owner of the building, you come in and say, look, I'll give you X, I don't know, $250,000, $100,000, but give me the right to rehab the property and give me 2 years. If I don't exercise my option to buy it within 2 or 3 years, then all the work I did is yours. That's the risk if you're willing to do something creative. That will be a creative strategy. Like I did with that building, I just was willing to give it to the guy $150,000 and have access to the building. But first I asked him, would you do a lease with an option to buy? He said, so long as the lease payment is no more than $1,250. I said, okay, we'll make it $1,250. I didn't even flinch with the guy, but I need $150 up front. Now, if you would have said, I'll give you the $150, but no monthly payments, fine. So my suggestion to you, consider an option to purchase the building with the right to rehab at your own cost and liability. So you're gonna put additional insurance for construction work, which is not that expensive. And you will spend the money on rehabbing. And you will add in the contract that they will need to sign on any permits that are needed and cooperate with anything needed by the city. And make no payments, just invest in getting the property rehab. You can even partner with a contractor or developer and they put the money. I'm gonna tell you something. Problems come from people and are solved by people. If you sit and say, well, how can I grow? First question I'm gonna ask you, who do you know? Can you bring a contractor? Can you bring a seller willing to do something creative? Can you bring a banker willing to work with you at the end to do this and that, or a broker? Can you bring the people together and you have the vision to make it happen. You become the maestro and everybody plays different parts of the instruments that make that classical music or hip hop or whatever you like to listen to. So my suggestion is option with no payments, with access to do the rehab at your own cost. Now you can do a lease with an option consideration. So you put some small lease payment and option if they're not convinced with option only. But I would suggest don't put too much upfront money because you want your whole idea, your selling point is, look, instead of giving you the price you want, I have to go put a full down payment, then go borrow from the bank and then go bring the cash for the rehab. Let me use the cash I have for rehab. And if I don't buy, you get the property. And that's where the power of a real estate fund comes in. Because with the real estate fund, you can put the option money up front. And as you remodel, you can raise capital as needed. And now you have the power of how much was invested. You go to the bank, look, here's how much we paid. This is all the money we put in the building. The bank will say, I'll give you so much to cash them out. And you've put a group of people together in a very good project and how to do it. That's the creative financing structure I would suggest on that.